What's up, my YouTube friends? How y'all doing? I hope you're having a blessed day. As for me, I'm good, thank God. Welcome if you are new. My name is Momo. I'm self-taught. I just love to do nails, okay? So let's get into this video. This is just gonna be a practice application thing, okay? Because I feel like practicing on applying acrylic. Okay, I want to practice on applying acrylic each time the same way for each nail. Like I want to practice on that. You know, like for example, if I apply my first bead on the nail tip where it's glued at right on the free edge and nail tip, then I want to apply the second bead right above that one. And then the cuticle bead. Right. Okay, so when I apply my first bead, right? And depending how big it is, I should be able to cover the whole nail tip with that first bead. But if that's not the case, and I grab a smaller bead or whatever, if not, then I can always go and apply more. But my focus is to apply the acrylic on and around the free edge, stress area, and cuticle area, right? So I can have a nice apex. Let's see how we're gonna do these. Let's see if they all come out the same, right? I don't know. We're gonna learn together here. First, I just applied these extra long coffin tips, no C-curve tips. A little bit right there. So we filing that little part right there to the natural nail plate. Okay, so now I'm going to start applying the acrylic. But now I want to focus on how I'm picking up my acrylic beads, because I want to do the same for each nail. So like that, each nail could come out looking the same. Because if I pick up a big bead the first time for the first bead, then the second bead on top of that might have to be a medium or small, or like a medium, and then the cuticle bead a small bead. So like that, when I go to the next nail, I could pick up a large bead like I did the first nail, and then the medium bead, and then the small bead for the cuticle. Just so all the nail could look the same. I'm not worrying about too much about the first bead going all the way down to the nail tip, because I can always go back and add more, which you'll see right here. You see that's the first bead. It was a pretty nice big bead, but it did not go all the way down. But that's okay. I can always go back and add more. So as you can see right here, that first bead did not cover that whole nail tip, right? Like I said, it's okay because I can always back and add more. But, like I said, my whole focus is around that, apex area, stress area, whatever you want to call it. See, right now I applied my second bead, which was like a medium bead, right? So you see how, I applied it right above that first one. And like also I want to say that when I'm swiping the acrylic, I'm doing it really soft, like gentle. I'm not being rough with it. I'm not trying to, run the whole product all the way down or nothing. I'm being very gentle with my swipes. So after applying my beads the way I did and the way I wanted to, this is how the nail is looking like, right? So, but I went ahead and applied, I'm going to apply another bead around that stress area, that, apex area, just so I could build around that area a little bit more because it was a little too flat for me. I mean, this is up to you. You could have left it like, you could leave it like that if you want to, if you want the nail that thin or in that flat. If you like it, that's your preference and that's the way you want it, then hey, then so be it. But just know that if you leave it like that and that thin, your nail can always break. Your nail can break because it's not built up like that around that apex area. You understand? So that's why I went ahead and applied more acrylic on that area. Later on, when I get to the pointer finger, I'm gonna explain a little bit more. To be honest, this acrylic from Enel Couture are pretty good. Like, see? And this time I picked up a bigger bead. This acrylic is, because it's cold in here. And this powder is setting real fast. So to me, I think this is a fast setting powder from Enel Couture. Please, please, please note that, a little disclaimer, I am not a nail professional. I'm not a nail tech, okay? I'm self-taught and I just love to do nails, okay? So by me doing this video, I'm not telling you that this is how you're supposed to do it, okay? Like, this is how you're supposed to apply the acrylic. No, I am not telling you that. What I'm doing is practicing, and I'm telling you how I apply my acrylic, how I want to apply my acrylic, what I'm doing to apply my acrylic, okay? So please take that into consideration. So don't come for me, okay? Because I fucking love all of y'all, so don't come for me. And yeah, and if you have not hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you could get notified for when I upload again, what are you waiting for? Hello. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really, really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, okay? And don't you think this is so satisfying on watching applying acrylic? Like, I like watching stuff like this. I like when I watch other YouTube channels when they're applying acrylic. I stay stuck right there. Like, wow, this is so satisfying. And also, that's how I learned too. Just like me, keep watching and over and over, and then watching different people applying acrylic. That gives me ideas of how to apply acrylics also. Because like they say, is you can apply acrylic all different types of ways. Wow, I like this brush. And I bought this brush real cheap from Amazon. And it works just like your 100% Acrylic brush. I'm not sure if it is. I don't think so. But it works as good as that. Okay, I'm gonna see if y'all can see how I grab up my monomer. I should have been did that, but I was like, you know, probably help out if they see how I'm grabbing my monomer, you know. I dip it in there, right? And then I'll tap it once if I want to grab a big bead. And if I want to grab like a medium bead, I'll tap it twice. Let's see. See, I tap it once. And I'm grabbing a big bead. So I could start right there where you put the tip at and see if you could work all the way down with that big bead. See how far you can go down with that big bead. See? So you could pick up a big bead like this and then you could do the whole nail with that, you know? Or if it doesn't reach for the whole nail, it's okay. You can always go back and pick up, you know, another bead and finish that area. Even if you don't pick a big bead and you start around this area and you don't pick up a big bead, it's okay. Just make sure you start around this area first. And then build your other bead on top of that one and your other bead so you can build that apex. And then you worry about down here to add more acrylic. If you get what I'm saying. You see, I put that, it was a pretty big bead, but it didn't come all the way down, right? So I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm going to worry about that later because I want my focus right here to build an apex. If you want to build an apex and all that, you should do it like this. I mean, you don't have to, but this is how I would do it. If I want to build the apex, I would start right there from where the tip at, and then I will add another bead right here, and then another bead, and then it'll, you know, it'll get higher and higher. So now I'm gonna go dip my brush in there, tap, tap, grab my medium bead. It looks like a medium bead, but to me it looks like a small bead. See? Always wipe your sides so like that you could keep your shape of your nail. Even if you don't wipe the sides and it gets all fat and thick, I mean, you can always file it, but try not to. Why did I do that? Now I want to get a smaller bead, so I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna dip my brush in there, right? Tap, tap, tap 3 times. And get a smaller bead. See? Now I'm gonna worry about this part down here. If I want to build more right here, I can always add some more around here and build this more. But I'm gonna add more down here. Come, tap twice. So I could pick up a medium bead. Place it right here. 3. You can always add more right here to build it up more, because you know these nails are really thin. You can see it's really thin, so you can add more acrylic to build up the, you know, the thickness of the nail. So, but I'm gonna leave it like that because it looks the same like the rest. That's if that's how thin you want your nails. Like I said, if you want to build them up, you can build. If you want to build up the thickness, you can always do so. See, because these nails are thin. Let me see. No. They are thin. Personally, I like it like that. Even when I do my own nails, I like it like that. Yeah. But sometimes, like I said, sometimes I do them a little too thick or a little too thin. Because, you know, like I said, I don't have a, you know, a way of applying acrylic. If I do it like this every time, my nails, each nails will come out looking the same. Like I did right now. How I applied it. Even though my beads, all my beads wasn't the same, but when I applied the one step right there, and then I applied the second step, and then the third step right on top of that one, it gave me kind of like that same. I want to build it up. I want to see if I build it up. Let's see if I, you know, we could build it up. What you want, pin in the butt?
You change size, Mama?
Yeah. Who brought you?
Charlie. Titi Ba over me, but Charlie did. And look knocked out.
He was sleeping?
Yeah.
To be up all night.
I was playing his game because he wanted to hit me. And he would try to hit me with the mugga chill. And Theo said, I wish you would.
That's how I built up that nail. You can tell it got a little bit of more thickness. This acrylic is really good. I like how this acrylic is. It's real nice and soft. This one's a little too dry. You see how I applied my bead up here, right? It built up this apex. Then you look at it from every angle to see where you're gonna need. Because if you built that apex, you're gonna see like a little dent right there. So if you see a little dent right there, like apex, and it's going in, then add more acrylic around that area so it can, match up. That's what I did. That's why I added the acrylic around here somewhere so it can add up a little bit. Because if not, it would have been like a big ditch then going, See, now it looks smooth. Let's try this nail. See? It's thin, but I want to build it up more. So we're going to build up the apex a little bit more around here. One, two. Applied this bead, and now you see I got that little lump right there. Now I'm gonna need some around here so I can add up to that a little bit. I'm gonna add some right here a little bit. There you go. See, so yeah, that's how I applied my acrylic. This is how I want to start applying my acrylics from now on. Just so like I could have, each nail look the same. Like I said before, I wasn't never applying my acrylic for each nail the same. That's why each nail was looking different. I noticed that. But yeah, so yeah, I just want to start doing it this, I mean, at least have it, each way the same way, so like that all my nails could come out looking the same. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I'm gonna file the nails and buff them up, and then I'm gonna do like a little design on it with some gems and stones and stuff like that.